Good afternoon, everyone. Well, beautiful Sunday afternoon. Sun's shining. It's relatively warm today. So, not a bad day at all. Hello, Austin. Not sure if you're still in here or not, but I know you'll be coming back. Hello, Emily. Again, not sure if you're here, but I know you'll be coming back shortly. Hello, Demoose. Hello, Reverend Joe. Hello, Ace. Sure is a beautiful day. Must be nice all week. Hello, Des. Hello, Bev. Hello, Sue. Hello, Arlene. Well, I was trying to get Superman to come over and co-host with me, but ended up getting Domino. Didn't even ask her. She just came over and volunteered. But I'm sure Superman will be over. Oh, no, he's going the other way. I gotta say, here he comes now, but he went the other way. Yeah, had to go help Sanford dig on a box. I keep a lot of boxes around. So they got boxes to lay in, boxes to dig on. They have a lot of fun with their boxes. Hello, Kevin. And thank you for sharing this out. I appreciate it. Hello, Charlene. Well, Sanford went to the vet on Friday. Last couple weeks, he's been coughing some. And then on Wednesday night, one of his eyelids was partially closed. So I called Thursday. I could have took him in Thursday afternoon, but they were coming to hook up my fiber optic, so I couldn't commit to that appointment. So they gave me an appointment for Friday morning. And she put some drops in his eye to numb his eye so she could really examine it good. And she said his eye looked real good behind his eyelid. So she said that was coming from his ear. Because I guess if they have a problem with their ears, it can affect their eyelids. So she looked in his ears, and he had ear mites. And that was causing inflammation in his ears. So that's what was wrong with his eyelid. So she gave him some ear mite medicine. Hopefully that takes care of them. And then his cough was kind of strange because didn't have a runny nose, runny eyes, and the other stuff that goes along with the upper respiratory stuff. Turns out he had some infection and some inflammation in his throat. So he got an antibiotic shot for that. So that's what he's been coughing from. Other than that, he's doing good. He's got to go back in 2 weeks for a recheck. And then the cats that went, what was it, week before? Yeah, the week before, I believe it was. They're all doing good. Or maybe beginning of last week. I can't remember. Yeah, it might have been the beginning of last week. But anyways, they're all doing good. They seem to be getting better. And Fluffy goes in Tuesday to be spayed. Well, looks like a few more people came in. Hello, Shawnee. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Demoose. Hello, Emily. Yeah, I didn't think you were here when I said hello to you the first time, but I knew you'd be coming back. Yeah, hopefully I got everyone there. But now that we're coming into better weather, I'm going to be able to start getting some stuff done. Michael and Hunter are coming tomorrow. I've got several projects. I've got them prioritized. I got several projects for them to work on. And also tomorrow, I'm going to have to do a plumbing project. The pressure tank for the well pump has gone bad. Got 2 pressure tanks in there. 2 pumps, 2 pressure tanks. One pump from the well into the filtering system. And the other one pumps out of the filtering system into the house and the holes that I have coming over here and stuff. Well, the pump that comes out of the well, that is just constantly coming on and going off when it's drawing water. And usually that's the pressure tank when that happens. Well, I wiggled the pressure tank to see how much water was in it and stuff. And you hear water sloshing around in there. So that means that the inside bladder has a leak in it. So it's not building up the pressure that it should. So I've been in contact with the landlord, and she's going to come tomorrow and get what I need for that. And then I'm going to replace that. Come here, Superman. That's a pretty easy job. Just a matter of cutting a pipe, getting that old tank out, getting the new tank in, and putting the pipe back together. Yes, I got the fiber optic, Bev. I'm not using it right now because I need to run a line over from the big house over here and hook my extender up. And I haven't got that done yet. My laptop will pick up a weak signal, but it's not consistent. And my phone won't pick it up in here at all. But when I'm over there, I've got a very strong signal. They did a speed test, and it's 100. I think it was 105 download, which actually is faster than the advertised speed. And it was almost 100 upload. I think he said it was 97. I haven't done my own speed test, but that's what the installer said. Because they made sure everything was updated and did a speed test, make sure I was able to log into it and everything before they left. And that's one thing that I plan on doing tomorrow, is getting that extender hooked up. But I'm pushing a little bit with having stuff running across the ground with the dogs out there. So I want to get the cable up in the air so they can't get to it. And that would be a lot easier to have someone else do that for me. So that's another tomorrow project. Is there anything I've missed here? Well, I hope so, Emily. No, I don't plan on getting it from Tractor Supply to Moose. We have a local hardware store that I'm pretty sure will have one. And that's where you'll be getting it from as long as they've got one there. They carry good quality stuff there. Yeah, Emily, as soon as I sent her a message and told her that it was bad, she said she's going to be coming up this way tomorrow anyways, so she'll get what I need for that. No, Reverend Joe. No, there was a subscriber that became a friend a few years ago, and she bought the house and is doing a rent to own with me on it. Oh, that's good, Moose. I'm glad you're able to get a decent tank in there. And thank you for those reminders, Reverend Joe. Let's check see what the weather is here. And tomorrow is supposed to be even warmer than today. Sunny with a temperature of 59. Look at that humidity. 28%. I'll go up tonight, though. Our humidity always goes very high at night. But then it drops down nice during the day. Warmer here than it is in Florida, Des. Oh, that's nice that your niece came over, Emily. Yeah, they could use a break from the snow in the part of New York where I used to live, the Moose. There was a bar and restaurant, and they've got motel rooms there and stuff. They do a lot with the snowmobile in there. I was watching his little video update that he did yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. And he was saying that they've had 29 feet of snow this winter. And that's about 3 miles from where I grew up. Definitely not good in that area. There have been a ton of buildings that have collapsed because this month the snow just came so fast. People couldn't get shoveled out, get the driveways plowed, get the roof shoveled. They couldn't get everything done in time because the snow just coming so fast. There's been manufacturing plants that have collapsed. The fellowship hall and the church that I used to go to. Houses, garages, barns. There was a fire station collapsed yesterday, a little ways east of where I used to live. That area is in very rough shape. And government's refusing to help. No big surprise. The supervisor of the town that I used to live in had been trying to get it declared a disaster area. And they said they won't do it because most of the damage is to the privately owned structures. So they won't declare it a disaster area. Yes, the Moose. The Tug Hill area. Right on the very western edge of it. You go farther up on the Tug Hill, there's even more snow up there. I grew up in Williamstown. And then since then, I've lived in Outmart and Parrish. But they're all right there together, all in the same school district. Well, my son sent me a message the other day and wanted to know how much it would cost him to drive here. He's going to be coming this week. He gets his last paycheck from the last job he had on Tuesday. And when he gets that, he's going to have some brake work done on his car and get his car inspected. And then he's going to head out. So it may be Wednesday before he leaves. And then it's a 20-hour drive here. So it'll be a couple days. But hopefully by Thursday night, he'll be here. Yeah, I wish I could help him out with gas or something, because by the time he does some work on his car, and it's going to be at least 150 in gas. You actually want to plan on a little more than that. He's going to have to eat on the way down here. But hopefully he'll have enough so he can do that. Yeah, it's been really bad up there, Moose. Because the town that I used to live in, Williamstown, they have never asked for help before. There was one year where the National Guard came in and they just offered their help. Well, this year they actually reached out to try to get help. And New York State DOT sent some snowblowers to that area. So they're getting the roads open. But just that snow came so fast that they're just so overwhelmed with everything. Obviously, a lot of people couldn't get their buildings shoveled. Yeah, I'll figure something out, Emily. Because he doesn't want to be on camera. Because the last winter that I was in New York, he was helping me go get propane. And I think we went grocery shopping. And when he was carrying the stuff back to my camper for me, I tried to video him to put my video. And he turned his head, covered his face. He didn't want any part of it. I'm hoping maybe I can at least get him to talk if I don't have the camera on him. But we'll see. Hello, Austin. I'm sorry if I missed anyone's comment. I think I got everyone, but I'm at the bottom of the chat, and usually I don't make it to the bottom this quick, so I'm afraid I might have skipped over someone's comment. If I did, you can just go ahead and comment again. Yeah, I'll see what I can do, Emily, but not going to push it. But you know, the funny thing is, years ago, I wouldn't have done this. I hated getting up in front of the class in school to do a presentation, book report, or anything like that. I hated it. If there was any way I could think of to get out of it, I tried it. Nope, I sure didn't, Emily. I guess I might as well admit what happened last night. Well, I was watching Jesse and Lisa's live, which overlapped with Devil Dog a little bit. I think I made it to the end. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember if I was still awake when they did the drawing on the vanilla or not. I remember putting my hashtag in, but I think I'd fallen asleep before they drew the winner. Well, anyways, I fell asleep before their live was over. Never got a chance to switch over to Devil Dogs Live. Slept right straight through Belt Loops Live. And it was well after midnight before I woke up. Oh, probably 1 o'clock, 1:30, something like that. I know it was way past midnight. Sat here for a few minutes. Because I guess I didn't have the energy to get up and go to bed. Luckily, I didn't fall back to sleep that time. After a few minutes, I got up, went to bed. So, well, I got up, had to feed the cats, and then I went to bed. So I don't know what was going on, but I was tired. Oh, I definitely will, Reverend Joe. I'll have to go back and watch the replay on that, Emily. Maybe I'll know who you're talking about then. Hello, Anne. Yep, exactly, Des. Dr. Kale. Yeah, I just had to reposition, put my hand down, put it right on Superman's tail. Yep, I can fall asleep in this recliner very easy. This isn't the first time. I can't see out the window. I think it was a vehicle turned around next door. It sounded like someone pulling into Drew's driveway, but then I hear it going back up the road, so must have been someone turning around over there. Dogs were letting me know something was going on. Yeah, I'll definitely watch it and see if it's anyone I know, Emily. But it would have to be fairly recent for me to know. Because I was only watching YouTube for a short time before I started creating. So probably I probably haven't And then I wasn't watching a lot of channels. But I started watching a few channels probably 3.5 years ago. And then it'll be 3 years in July when I started. You know, my dogs aren't too bad with people. Because no one walks on the road here. Take further down the road, they do, but up this way, I've never seen anyone walking down the road. And anyone that comes into the yard, they must think they belong here. Of course, other than the mail carrier, UPS, and FedEx, anyone else that comes here, they know anyways. And they never bark at them. But animals, well, they absolutely hate animals being around here. What they'll bark at is animals. It doesn't matter if it's rabbit, possum, armadillo, dog, cat. Not my cats, but cats that don't belong here. There was a cat walking down the road one day and they went crazy. But they don't bark at my cat when they go out on the porch. They just come up and tuck nose with them through the chicken wire. But animals and loud vehicles and slow moving vehicles. Like there's some very loud motorcycles go by here. They absolutely hate them. I don't blame them. Because they're so loud they hurt my ears. So I can just imagine what the dogs feel like. You take a car with a loud exhaust, they don't like that. And they don't like ATVs, tractors, or anything like that. Yep. July 15th would be 3 years since I put out my first video. Yeah, I'll do some kind of celebration. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe I'll put together a video of the first 3 years. I don't know, we'll see. I'll do something. Yes, and my son's coming. He's sick of New York and wants to get out of there. Yeah, I've watched a little bit on YouTube for many years, Reverend Joe. I don't know the exact year. I probably could look it up on my original account, see when I created that. Because I used to just watch YouTube for how-to videos. Like I was going to work on my car. How do I do this? How do I do that? That was the very first stuff I started watching. Guineas and chickens are doing good, Emily. I did something that a lot of people disagree with, but it works for me, and I'll do it again. I put a heater in the coop when it got real cold. It didn't make it like summer in there by any means. The water froze solid. But it did put a little bit of heat in there. And I haven't noticed any frostbite on any of them, any new frostbite. And it was colder this time than it was last month. And none of them died. And in January, I lost 3 of them during the cold snap. So just that little bit of heat, I don't know, it might have raised it up to 15, 20 degrees in there. Maybe a little warmer than that because the water was right down on the floor. But that did freeze solid. But turned out a lot better than it did last month when it got cold. And it was even a little colder this time. And guineas, I guess they're pretty hardy. Because the night when it got the coldest, one of the guineas got away from me, and I couldn't get to it. So I just had to leave it out there and hope for the best. That guinea was perfectly fine the next day. It went into the part of the coop that's just got chicken wire on it. It's not enclosed. I went up the next day, and it was in there, and there was a little doorway between that area and the main part of the coop. It's closed off, but there's a doorway there. It was trying to get through that to get in with the rest of them. So I was able to throw the net over it. Took me a few tries. Well, at least being in there, I closed the door and it couldn't get away from me. Threw the net over it and was able to pick it up and put it over in the main part of the coop. And then, you see, they were locked in Wednesday night and Thursday night, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was Wednesday night and Thursday night. And then I let them out Friday, I believe it was. And they're doing good. Hello, Northwoods Press. Hello, DJ. Well, Reverend Joe, the good thing, he's got experience in several fields. What he absolutely loves to do is flooring. He's got quite a little experience with that. And he's got some experience with general contracting. Little bit of roofing, but not a lot with the roofing. They did some of that when he when he did the general contracting, but that was mainly remodeling, building additions on buildings. They did some commercial buildings that they had a contract with. And then the other thing is a cook. He's cooked at a couple different nursing home, adult homes, that type of stuff. And he worked in the kitchen of a manufacturing plant where they have a cafeteria there for the workers to eat in. And he worked there for a while also. So he's got experience in different fields. And actually, the way stuff is around here, he could start up his own business. It is very hard to get a contractor around here. There's just more work than there is contractors available to do it. Thank you, Ann, for gifting those memberships. I appreciate you doing that. You're gifting memberships all the time. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I'll have to check here and see who got a membership. Hello, Jonesy. I wasn't expecting another cold snap like this, so I wasn't really prepared for it. But I just put one of those cheap ceramic heaters that you can get at Walmart. It was $22. It was the cheapest and quickest thing I could do. I actually put a dog crate in the coop with a top over the top of the dog crate, and then sat the heater on top of a cement block. So I could keep it safe in there, and that's what I used. After I get the new coop built, I'm thinking I'm going to put a diesel heater in that next year. So then when it gets cold, I can just, the heater will be on the outside. I have it vented in. Just run that on low. Nothing to chill off when it gets real cold. Probably won't have to use it more than a week altogether. And hopefully that'll work out good. It looks like the Big Italian, Muriel, Wright Trappin, Austin Garrett, Judy Mae Collins, Judy Jules and the Big Italian, Liam McGathan, CB Shenanigans, Leonard Mountain Homestead, and Don Ray B were gifted memberships. And again, thank you for that, Ann. Yeah, I know. Ouch. I know when the landlord had the roof put on the house last summer, she had a heck of a time getting the roofer to give her a call back because he just had enough work. So he didn't want to go out of his way to get another job. And I see a lot of posts on some of the local Facebook pages from around here. Who can I hire to do this? Who can I hire to do that? I'm looking for someone that will actually call me back and come and give me an estimate on it. So there's a shortage. Hello, DJ Turneroo. Oh, when I looked it up, Reverend Joe, it says that the gifted memberships are gifted to someone that's interacted with the channel recently. So that can be someone that has watched a live, watched a video. It doesn't have to be anyone that's commented or anything. Just as long as they've had some type of interaction, they're eligible. I never left the house today, Shawnee, so I didn't go grocery shopping. Hello, Tony. Okay, Des. What else? Oh, one thing. About time you shut the window. I've had the window open all afternoon so the cats go out on the porch. They've been wanting to go out. They haven't been out in, oh, I don't know. It's probably been, I don't know. It's been a week or two. But it's starting to get a little chilly now. And I think most of them are back in here now anyways. Well, as I was saying earlier, for those of you that weren't in here, going to have Michael and Hunter come tomorrow. Got a few projects for them to work on. I'll be doing a plumbing project tomorrow. One of the pressure tanks in the well house is bad. So I'm going to replace that. Um, my son's going to be coming later this week. It'll probably be Wednesday when he leaves New York. So he won't be getting here until late Thursday or maybe even Friday. Not sure what you're asking about the house I'm in right now, Emily. I I haven't done anything else in here, if that's what you're asking. No, he doesn't, Arlene. Um, oh yeah, Jonesy. Getting cold. 64. You know, I checked earlier, it's 59 here. It didn't get much warmer than that today. But tomorrow's supposed to be warmer. Um, Tomorrow's supposed to be mid 60s. Tuesday's low 70s. Wednesday's upper 60s. And it's supposed to be in the 60s right straight through next Tuesday. It's supposed to be sunny all this week. And then next week it's supposed to start raining. So, but hopefully by the time it starts raining, I'll have some modifications made and won't be quite so muddy. And you'll see what I'm going to be doing there in a video. I'm glad you got back in time so you can watch my live, Tony. Hello, Judy. Yeah, Sherry. It's been almost 2 years since I've seen my son. So it'll be nice to have him come down. What else? I got the fiber optic hooked up on Thursday. I don't have it run over here yet. That's one of the projects that's going to be done tomorrow. Because I want to get the cable up in the air where it comes through the dog's yard. Because I've already got 2 extension cords and a hose down on ground level. I don't want to press my luck with anything else down at ground level. Oh, and the cable coming into for my Viasat is on the ground too, and they didn't chew on that, but they were digging and caught the cable with their claws. That's why I was having so much trouble with it when it rained last fall. But then, after I get the fiber optic ran over here, then I'll be able to eliminate that cable. Because I'll call and cancel that. Because I don't need to pay $128 for satellite internet when I got fiber optic for 50, 57, I think it is. 58. It's $50 for the service, and then to rent the equipment is $6 or $7 a month, $7 or $8 a month. And then if anything goes bad with it, just call them and they come and replace it at no charge. And of course, I'm sure there's tax on top of that, so I'm probably going to end up paying $65 or so. So I figure it's going to be about half of what the satellite is. Hello, Christy. Yep, sure is, Emily. I did figure out one thing. If I had something shipped to my P.O. box, I have to pay city tax on it. But if I have it shipped here, then I just have to pay the state and county tax on it. Because there was a few things I had shipped in my P.O. box. So I'd be able to go to the post office to pick them up early in the morning. Wouldn't have to wait for the mail to come. And then when I realized that I was paying more in tax by doing that, I just started having everything come here. Maybe I have to wait 3-4 hours longer, but most stuff I get, it doesn't matter if I gotta wait a few more hours on, so that's one way around it. Yep, Emily. The tax is based on where something is shipped to. If the tax rate where you have your P.O. box is the same where you live, there's no difference. But here, we got Arkansas state tax, then Scott County tax, and that's all I have to pay for something that's shipped here. But my P.O. box is in the city of Waldron. So there's also the city sales tax added on to it. Hello, Liam. Um, well, I'll go over the cats again for ones that weren't here in the beginning. Took Sanford to the vet on Friday. Wednesday night, I noticed one of his eyelids was partially covering his eye. And also, he's been coughing a little bit past couple weeks. So I got him in Friday morning. And she put some numbing drops in his eye so she could examine his eye. And he was really good about letting her do it. She says, I look good. So she said it must be coming from his ear. And she checked his ear. And he had ear mites. So the ear mites were causing inflammation in his ear. And that affects the muscle for the eyelids. So he got treated for ear mites. His eyesight hasn't gone back to normal, but hopefully it does here shortly. And then as far as the cough, that was an infection, some inflammation in his throat. So he got an antibiotic shot for that. And actually, I haven't noticed him coughing since then. So maybe that took care of it. He's got to go back in 2 weeks for a recheck. Yeah, he seemed to be feeling good the whole time, but he definitely was sick. The post office is about 12 miles from where I live, Emily. Yeah, I'm about 10 miles from the city limits. And post office is a mile or two into the city limits. Yep, I'm glad I was able to get him there and get him some help too. Because the vets are always commenting on how when something's wrong with my animals, I take them and get them tended to. No, you're just too much of a city person, Emily. That's not far at all. Yeah, growing up in a rural area, I'm used to traveling for everything. So that's actually not far at all. I've been closer to a post office, but it's really not that far. And I've never been this close to a city before. Closest I've ever been to a city before was about 30 miles. Yet, on the other hand, there's a difference between cities in Arkansas and cities in New York, too. Because Waldron would be a village in New York. It's about 3,300 people. Yeah, I know the area you're from, Emily, is a lot more populated, so you've got stuff closer together. I remember years ago when I was delivering newspapers, they had a drop that was probably 30, 40 miles north of Syracuse. Papers came out of Syracuse, which is a decent sized city. And for all the northern areas, we'd meet the truck there. Well, every Tuesday morning, the manager would come. And the manager lived right out near the city. He lived in one of the suburbs out there. And there was a particular kind of food. I forgot what it was now. But anyway, one of the guys was telling the manager a certain store that had that on sale that week. And he said, well, there's not one of those stores close to where I live. It's probably 3 or 4 miles to the closest store. And we all just started laughing at him. And then he realized who he was talking to. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys don't even have a store within 3 or 4 miles of you. So that'd be nothing for you guys. Well, he said he could do all of his shopping within a mile of his house. Yep, that's the closest, Emily. I actually do have some ear mite medicine, Ace. Because I had another cat that I assumed had ear mites. It was Batman, because he was digging at the side of his head. Actually had a sore on the side of his head from where he was digging right behind his ear. And one time when I was there, I asked her about it. Asked if I could get some medicine or if I need to bring him in. He said, oh no, I'll just send you home with some. So I've still got some of that medicine. I haven't noticed where any of the others have been digging at their ear. Well, in fact, Sanford wasn't digging at his ears either. But she said there's some inflammation in his ear from the mites. Yeah, she cleaned his ears out with something. I wasn't sure what she used. That probably was mineral oil. She cleaned his ears out with that and then put some medicine in. And then I think she said there was Vaseline she put in to keep the medicine in there for a while. Because it was either that or put the medicine in at home. And I wasn't sure if I could get the medicine in his ears. Because as long as I'm just petting him or something, he's fine. But he doesn't like to be messed with much beyond being petted, so I just wasn't sure, so she did that. Sherry, I think they might have put that on some of my cats one time. Because it was a flea medicine that did some other stuff, and I think it did kill ear mites. Yeah, Reverend Joe, this medicine that comes with an eyedropper. But even Batman didn't like stuff dropped in his ear. And he's a little more tolerant than Sanford is of stuff like that. This guy right beside me here, he is terrible. Because Superman had some drops he was supposed to have in his ears after he went to the ER last summer. And he fought me terrible on that. I actually asked him at my regular vet's office about it. And they said that it really wasn't necessary because of the other medicine that he had. So they said, just don't worry about it. And he got better from it. Didn't you, Superman? Yes, that's right. Gotta be careful not to use dog products on cats. I would never use a dog product on a cat unless the vet told me to use that. Because I had someone try to give me some flea medicine for dogs one time to use on my cats. Oh, it's fine to use it on cats. Just use a lower dosage. I said, no, I'm not going to take it because I'm not putting that on my cats. And I did some research on it. And that was one of the medicines that they say don't use on cats. There is some dog medicines that's okay to use on cats, but for the most part, no. No, I absolutely refused it. Oh, you're welcome, Austin. No, I don't even have any mineral oil. Yep. The shampoos definitely can be bad also. Yeah, I think you guys can see a little bit of Superman here. He's just laying here. Going to sleep, Superman? Guess he's going to sleep. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest cooking oils either, Reverend Joe. Okay, Christy. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I know the old timers, they really like using castor oil. They use it for everything. Well, at least those kittens are in good hands, Judy. Hello, Lynn the Okie Dokie. I'm glad you're able to catch Tom Tom, Sherry. Hello, Barb. Well, I'm going to pull a Des here. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm ending this if you don't tell me what to talk about. Just kidding with you, Des. Yes, Len. Once I get moved in the big house, I'm going to do some work in here. It's just I have so much stuff in here. It'll just be easier to wait until I get moved to get this finished off. Talk about how much I hate the number 29? Okay, Gary. Hello, Gary. I've never dealt with pink eye on kittens, Judy. So you'll have to tell about that. Well, I don't dislike the number, Gary. But I'm still going to say DD is quicker than 29. Yes, I should be in the house this summer. Probably, I don't know. I don't really want to give a time frame on it, but maybe May, June, July. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to talk about right now. Well, thank you, Len. For just three stray dogs coming to me. You couldn't ask for three nicer dogs. Yes, Barb. In the big house, there's central air in there. And then I'm not 100% sure about this one yet, but I'm really thinking about putting a mini split in here. Okay, Reverend Joe. Thanks for being here. I still have to get the fencing up for them, Emily. I'm going to both Tenkiller and Mid America. I'm also going to Operation Rendezvous. That's April 11th through the 13th. Now I have to go to Operation Rendezvous and meet Gary. Oh, I will, Emily. I can't wait to see you either, Len. I almost sure I saw you at Lake Tenkiller 2 years ago. What are you saying, Gary? I should be excited to see Devil Dog instead of you? Okay. I gotta go to Operation Rendezvous to see Devil Dog. The heck with Gary. Yeah, there's gonna be some people there that I've never met before, and some that I have seen before. Oh, it was last year, Len? Okay. Yeah, I can't keep everything straight. Yeah, I wish there was going to be a meetup in Arkansas this year also. I liked that last year because it was an hour away, so I could just drive there for the day and come home at night. Ended up not making it there on Friday like I'd planned on, but I did make it there Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, and that's the only chance I'm going to have to meet Devil Dog because he doesn't like to travel very far. And Des, she's never coming this far west again, so be the only chance I have to meet her. That's unfortunate, Judy. The only thing I have to worry about is Operation Rendezvous. Because for the other two meetups, they're close enough that I can just do what I need to do, go there, and then come back in the evening, and then probably just feed the dogs and cats at night. Chickens will be fine till the next morning. Oh, that'd be nice, Gary. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to go to all the meetups, Len. Hello, Bussy. What does everyone think? Should I wake up Superman? Think you better look at him? Yep, that's important, Judy. Hello, J&B. So no one said they want me to wake up Superman to show him on camera, so I'm assuming you don't want me to. He's probably fine with that. Is he content just laying here sleeping next to me? Operation Rendezvous is going to be in Huffman, Texas, just northeast of Houston. That's good, Judy. Okay, I'll let him sleep. I think all the cats are sleeping now. My bed's full of cats. Superman's right next to me. I don't see Sanford. Usually he's over there on the cat tree. I bet you're not doing too much work, Gary. You probably concentrate more on the eating part. Okay, Wanda won't be going live. Ark Wild Man Survival will be going live in an hour from now for his Sunday night karaoke. I've been watching that for a long time. Sometimes it's just him singing, and sometimes he's got a couple other ones that'll come up on piano and sing a few songs. Okay, we'll let him sleep. You're in luck, Superman. Arlene just dropped Ark Wild Man's link here. Judy's against me. See, she put it there. Well, Judy, everyone's calling this Peter Penton Zoo. So if you're against the zoo, you must be against me. Yeah, I can't go to any meetups too far away because I don't want to leave home for too long. I am gonna go to Operation Rendezvous, but that's farther than I'd like to go. But I found someone that's gonna be able to take care of the cats and dogs for me. The chickens will be able to take care of themselves. Okay, you like my petting zoo, Judy? Okay. Yep, Des. Going to Texas to meet you. Hello, Marianne. That's okay, Des. It happens. But you could tell your aunt to call a different time. I know she's always calling during your live. Well, at least you got that out, Des. No, Len, I haven't. Um, well, I'm out of stuff to talk about. So what do we do now? There you go, Judy. I suppose you're going to want to raise. Tell you what, Judy, I'll double your salary. How does that sound? By saying that I go to, do you mean that I actually go to their homestead or go to their channel today? Because I did watch one of their videos today. A little bit behind. It was one they put out 4 days ago. Yeah, talk about gardens. That's another thing I've got to do is get my old refrigerator moved from in front of the house to where I'm going to use that for a raised bed. Then I have another old refrigerator that's going to be given to me, and I'm going to use them for raised beds. And hopefully by next year, I can really get into it. But I'll be able to start growing a little bit. What the heck, Judy? I'll triple your salary. How about that? No, I've never been there, Lynn. I don't even know where they live. Yep, Shawnee. I'm gonna drill some drainage holes in it. Then get that filled up, and there you go. No, I don't get invited to anything like that, Len. I don't get invited to any of those big parties. I'm loving my new fridge, Emily. You're you sure do, Amy. I've got lots of new members. I'm hoping to learn some stuff about worms at the meetup, Gary. Yeah, Judy. Yep, I definitely don't make the guest list, that's for sure. But you know, Amy, that's the only, and I mean the only good thing I can say about when it was cold. The mud was froze. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll take dealing with the mud over the cold temperature, so I'm actually glad that I'm walking through mud again. I know, Gary. I plan on doing one of those classes. Well, you know what, Judy? I think that the channels that don't get invited to everywhere else, we should all get together and do our own thing sometime this spring or summer. Yeah, I'm thinking about rain barrels also. Well, it's a little ways for you, Gary, but if we get anything organized later on this spring or summer, come on up. I know you're a few hours away, Amy, but you and Chris and the rest of your family be welcome too. Look at that, Gary. There's someone trying to steal your name. Belt Loop 29 Homestead. They're pretending to be Belt Loop 29. Yep, we'll have to do that, Judy. Well, I don't have anywhere near as many enemies now as I used to. I moved out of the area where all my enemies were. Because that's just a thing for that area where I was living before. And since I moved to Arkansas, I think they all forgot about me, so that helps. It'll be an open invitation for anyone that's close enough to come. I'm thinking probably anyone more than 2 or 3 hours away wouldn't want to come, but you're welcome to if you wanna. How are we doing on time? 1 hour, 52 minutes. So maybe we make another 8 minutes, make this 2 hours. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean there, Judy. Yeah, I'm probably only going for another 7, 8 minutes. That'll be 2 hours. Welcome back, Reverend Joe. Once I finish this up, I'm definitely going to close that window. Then I'll probably have to fire a heater up. And want to get my diesel heater put up. Take down the one that's not working, put my new one up. I was hoping to get that done before it got so cold, but it didn't happen. But I got enough propane to keep that heater going, so it'll be okay. Okay, Gary. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean there, Sherry. The store I used to work at, it was terrible. Now, we had several of them that you could guarantee at least one, if not 2 days a week, they would call in. But one girl was late every single day. That was the day she didn't call in. She was late. And getting there early for her meant being 15 minutes late. A lot of days she was hour late. But it just so hard to get anyone. When she was there, she was a real good worker. But she just wasn't there most of the time. Then after I quit working there, after doctor took me out of work, there was one girl there. She actually was working there when I was working there. But then afterwards, I heard that she'd been caught stealing on more than one occasion. They didn't fire her because she showed up to work. Just ridiculous, the stuff that they had to put up with. Wanda's not going to go live tonight, Reverend Joe. Got who it was now. Someone since she put out a community post that she had a death in the family, so she's not going live tonight. Yep, sounds familiar, Judy. Okay, Reverend Joe. Yeah, that's just sabotaging your business, Sherry. We gotta be almost to the 2-hour mark now. Another minute. Anyone got any closing comments? I'll have another live Wednesday at 10 o'clock Central. And hopefully I get some filming of tomorrow's projects done. So I'll get a video out on that. Well, thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. I guess that's going to be about it. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. I'll see you the next time. You just hit the 2-hour mark. So have a good night, everyone.